Tabletop time.
I'm Elle.
I'm Dave.
I'm Jazza.
I'm Jen.
I'm Murray.
And I'm regretting this.
Welcome to Tabletop Time.
LUCEVERA.
And I would like to start off by saying welcome and thank you to all of our patrons who are the backbone of what we do here. You allow us to do this every week and create all the things.
Here come the sound effects.
It didn't work.
Didn't it?
And if you would like to join Patreon, the links are somewhere on the screen, possibly, or in the description.
In the description, yeah.
I wasn't sure because this isn't the other one. Anyway,
Love you, patrons.
And do you know what else is in the description? There's a link to our Discord. So if you can't support us or you just want to come and hang, then that is also a great way to engage with us and just kind of see if you can suss any secrets from LUCEVERA. Yeah, and there's some
discuss
great
episodes.
art
Yeah,
as
and
well.
art.
Yeah. So if you want to come and say hi.
We need to do an art showcase sometime soon because I'm keen to see LUCEVERA fan art.
LUCEVERA.
I didn't know if there was going to be a yawn or a sneeze or...
We saw some
Forgive
LUCEVERA
me?
fan art in the...
For the
we've had some
podcast.
Great LUCEVERA fan
Yeah.
art.
For the
in
podcast
Discord.
listeners, Jazza
yay.
just sneezed.
In the Discord.
Oh, they know.
Yeah.
I completely tuned out.
I'm getting a just total side note. I'm getting a bazooki for Christmas.
Less exciting than a
Which is
bazooka.
no, but well, I don't know. It depends on your tastes. It's like an Irish mandolin,
Oh.
which is going to be my bard
Does
instrument.
it fire
for LARP.
RPGs though?
And then
That's
I can pull it up
amazing.
and say, "Do you like Discord?"
Dring.
We need to stop abandoning our cosplay
All right.
conversation.
Okay.
Out
What?
of all the conversations. that
Very
we
important,
have,
we need to start
you're
making a LARP
irate
costume.
about that one. Interesting.
Gonna go to quest. Go to quest.
I'd like to.
to quest.
Yeah. But
cool.
I need a cool
I'll
costume
come.
or else I'm not
Maybe
going.
I should company mandate quest.
We
Can we all
already
go?
know what's happening.
What?
You're waiting until a certain
Oh
something
yeah, I want
happens.
Bergschneider. Bergschneider are doing a Warhammer range where they're doing like the Empire puffy pants and shirts. And the hardest part with LARP for me is soft kit, like making good fabric.
Yeah.
I can do armor, I can do all that and accessories, but soft kit is impossible. So
Yeah.
Bergschneider making like proper
That's so
Warhammer
cool.
Empire, like puffy and
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that.
Puffy.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump into it.
Yeah, I think Lorenzo had a fab time last time. Is my memory from last session.
My memory for last session, I write down the things, but I mainly look back and see the pictures, and I was like, that was the
Yes.
story. So from what I can see, last week involved dogs with cabbages on their unicorn horns, book burning in a fireplace,
Oh,
Who would have done that?
in Booktown.
feather with lots of little downy feathers.
That's
Wait, we
such
should
a cool
burn your
feather.
notebook.
Maybe, yeah.
You gotta, go deep in the roleplay, each other.
It's true. Gotta
say goodbye.
Bit of method. Bit
Yeah.
of method acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You got a bloody nose.
we pick up our adventure in LUCEVERA in the lovely town of...
In the lovely town
Thank you.
of...
I'm taking
It's not
there's two-
Casanara? Is it
Yeah, it's Casanara.
Yeah, cool.
That's the one.
LUCEVERA.
There's too many damn tabs for me to open. It took me. I was like cycling through the
I need to
tabs to
highlight
get
it
there.
so I can highlight
Casanara.
names.
There we go. I've got it up.
I have a red pen if you want to underline.
That'd be great. Thank you.
That's all right.
I'm enjoying note taking now.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Means you can correct me all the time. It's fantastic. It's desirable. I'd like to know what I'm doing. Okay, so the evening has passed, and in the morning, Arvin has recovered enough to remove his injured status.
Yay.
Hey.
Cool. Does that mean I can like
You have one
walk
health.
and stuff now?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I already had full health.
You now
No,
have
you
now
have
have one health.
but you're not injured.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
That's
you're not
how
injured.
Oh,
injured
so
works.
I'm no longer injured and down 5 health.
2 health bars. You were
I
on,
get it.
You were on
Yeah.
the second health bar. Now you're back on the first, but with 1 HP.
So how can
I
he
see.
improve his 1 HP?
Just by resting
taking
and
And
Yeah,
not
healing
to
like
rest.
anything
Okay.
else. Yeah.
Okay. I don't have.
No razor?
I like us. I think it's good.
I think
Anyway,
it has
I'm biased,
once
but I think it's good.
we've
We had the poor man's razor,
fully
now it's gone.
worked out
No, I got
the
it.
resting system.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it'll be really good. And I think the bones of the resting system are good. We'll just have to work out like the economy of it, basically. Yeah. So, what you doing, everyone?
It's morning. Enjoy a hearty breakfast. I will say on the outset, as much as last night was for Lorenzo, I'll say you potentially might be a little just surprised that he seems just sort of a little more his chipper self the next day.
He's not
See-
a bird.
He's not. He's
Like a
not.
little chipper
he doesn't
bird.
seem like emo about it all.
Okay.
He seems like he's got a different
A
renewed
new
purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good episode title, sorry.
Renewed purpose. So,
Renewed purpose.
Arvin is awake. Everyone's awake. What's the plan today?
So, what's the plan today? Where
We're
did
going
you
back to town.
Where
right?
did you get at the cage that the dog's in?
Yeah, where did you get the cage?
Bought it.
Yeah, yeah. Havada sorted it out.
Cheers.
Cheers, Avada.
It was
Appreciate it, buddy.
it's for transporting livestock, and it's not been given to you. It's just been allowed for you to use it while you're in the town to store the dog.
What does that face mean?
Oh.
That we will have to find a way to transport it to. I said the name before.
LUCEVERA.
Well, Lorenzo seemed to make friends with it. That might help.
He did let me pat him.
And didn't end up like Arvin. So that's
no,
good.
we connected, I guess you could say. He seems sweet, though I don't understand these creatures. He might be very different the next day, but
Lorenzo, I would please ask you not to fraternize with the enemy right now.
I was going to say, how's your injury?
Arvin says with a smile. Half a smile, perhaps.
how are you feeling?
Some small amount of
Alvin?
bitterness there.
You seem much more yourself this morning.
Do I? I just feel
Well, you're up and moving.
capable of standing. I don't think I'll run any endurance tests.
Oh, I wouldn't encourage that, but you're not prone and wheezing. A marked improvement.
I'll take it for now. However, I think I'll take things a little bit more lightly from now on.
I think that's wise. And you're seeming very positive today.
Yes, well, there is no need for me to burden you with my feelings on this or that. And to be honest, I feel there is good things in this new path I am choosing. After all, the guardian of the Old Trades Assembly, I think, has a ring to it. And
We'll
even
see
if what I'm doing
Delarosa
is
says.
whacking things with a big hammer when it's required, at least I'm doing that for friends, which is unlike what it used to be.
All right. Well, maybe you can carry a dog home for friends then.
Of course, it's what I was built for.
Or are we meant to take it straight to the beastery? I don't know the details because I wasn't included in it, so.
Well, I suspect it would be to the person who commissioned us.
I don't really want to see that man again.
You can wait outside.
We should need to leave soon anyway. We would only make it to the next town by nightfall, so...
Are we trying to get straight back to the guild or straight to the beastery?
Well, we won't make it back until tomorrow.
Didn't we get here in a day?
You and I got here in a day, like,
On a horse.
booking it. You were on a horse, I was semi-jogging the whole time.
Right. Okay.
And you passed some checks.
We did.
Yeah,
Oh, you didn't need to because you're on a horse.
On a horse. So I'll be fine.
I personally would like to see this business resolved as soon as possible.
As in
Agreed.
you want it gone.
Yes.
I would like to hand it in, impress our client
Okay.
for the good and notoriety will do our guild, and also earn the coin for the guild.
If I can give one recommendation, just make sure he doesn't see your injuries when you hand it in.
Wear a thick coat.
Yeah.
Just don't let him thump you on the
He'll
back.
be more likely to give you future work if that's
Sure.
what you want, if he thinks you did it easily, you know? That's how
Yes.
these things work.
Yeah, of course, they just send someone to steal my stuff again.
Could do that too. Well, I'll stand outside. How about that?
I think you should.
And I'll trip them over if they come running out.
No, I don't think you should just
We'll see.
be anywhere nearby.
I think the most pressing matter at hand, of course, is how we transport the creature.
Well, I have my horse, but I'm not sure a dog on a horse is going to work.
Whose cage is it again?
Not ours.
Leonie shrugs wildly.
Is there somewhere in town we could acquire something similar?
What about a piece of fabric that's connected to the animal and then it's held in your hand, so then you can like walk
What? So
with
it has a direct path to spearing you?
Out of character, it's the size of a jaguar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a leash, regardless.
just a leash on a jaguar.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I have since been made aware that there are also massive dogs. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, those somewhere between those big
A Saint Bernard.
Irish wolf hounds and then like a Tibetan mastiff, like somewhere
Oh,
in
yeah.
that gap. It's big.
I think a cage of some sort would be best.
But then we need to buy a cage to put a cart to buy put the cage. We need to buy a cart to put the cage in, and then the
Perhaps-
cart needs to be moved by something.
Perhaps there is one that we could hire and then have someone escorted back.
Is that a thing?
Hiring things is a thing.
I mean, we could ask to see if we could lease the one it's currently in.
I'll go find out.
But then how are we going to transport the one it's currently in? With a cart?
I could carry it.
You're going to carry a
It
cage.
is a cart.
Well, you'd
Oh,
have
it is
to
a cart.
carry my other things, but yeah, it looks manageable.
Okay.
Used to
All
carry
right.
loads of rock about that size and weight on my back every day.
Okay. Could work.
Can I talk to the innkeeper?
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
cool. I want to sort out this cage situation as fast as possible.
Okay.
Sorry, what's the go?
What's the go with your... Oh, Havada sorted it out. Yes, that is the cage from Farmer McRae. He transports livestock.
Cool.
Yes.
That's great. Can we borrow it?
It's Farmer McRae's to lend, not mine.
Okay. I leave. Go talk to the farmer.
Okay, I'll just allow you to find the
Hello?
farmer. But
Hello?
it takes you twice as long as you think it
It's
does.
fine.
Okay.
Jen being so small and is just giving extra chaotic gremlin energy, by the way.
You open the door, or a door opens as a farmer happens to be eating a little bit of a meal. They've been in the fields for probably 3 or 4 hours, and now they've come in for a little meal.
Oh, it's their breakfast.
It's their breakfast.
Yeah, it's their
yeah.
breakfast.
Their morning. They're having their morning sop.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
So, yep, they're enjoying their morning sop, and they look up at you, and they've sort of got a big floppy hat that's sagging down a bald head. They're probably about 60. They look you up and down. Where are you from?
Eligrano? Oh, Cadet.
Ah,
Yeah,
the jewel across the sea.
that's me.
Oh, very good. You get all sorts these days in LUCEVERA. Just like that big man who borrowed my cart for the beast that's being stored in it. Yes.
Yeah, about that. Could we perhaps borrow it for longer or pay a fee to have it?
To have it?
I don't know how these things work, really.
Well, I don't know you, so how can I trust that you'll give it back? Where do you want to take it?
Did he say cart? It's a cart?
It's a cart with a cage on the back of it for
it's got
transporting
wheels.
livestock. It's got wheels.
Ask how much it is. A voice from the abyss says-
How the ghost is telling me how much is it?
It's got carts in the rule book for price.
Yeah, okay.
In the meantime,
It'll be at the back. I'll do it. You're wrong.
what can we offer you?
Barely role playing.
He's just being him. What do you mean?
It's 300 silver, and this is
Ooh.
modified, so this is probably 400 silver.
Perhaps. Is there something broken or you can't use? Maybe I can.
Where do
fix?
you want to take it?
The Aligrano.
Oh, tell you what. My oldest boy, he's got to that age where he would rather sit around than do his work properly. So,
yes, we're very like those.
you pay his fair rate, he can escort it to Alano and bring it back.
And how much would that be?
Well, he's my dear, darling son. Make a charm check.
Yeah.
Challenge level.
Oh, they're not nice.
Challenge level.
You're
Okay.
not very charming.
No, I am not
2.
charming.
What?
I just
Leonie
need
is not
3.
charming?
Just need 3.
Oh, you got a few more there. 2.
No,
2 successes.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Okay, I'll allow it. I say for him, he's pretty useless. 1 silver a day.
How many days would that be?
4 days.
2 there, 2 back. 4 silver.
2. He did say he's pretty.
It's not liking the sound of 2.
I think you're bartering for something that we absolutely need.
And you also
the 4.
avoided paying 400. 4 seems pretty good.
Bartering. He could just be. Then I'll be like, okay,
3.
I want to split a silver
How,
coin.
how long are you making that face
Nah,
for?
nah.
I love how like,
a
I want to get
second.
this over and done with as fast as possible.
A second.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Immediately commence bartering.
okay, and I held up my hand.
With the money in it?
No, to deal.
Oh, he
Handshake.
shakes your hand.
Yeah. This is how we accept deals in Kajets. What the hell do you guys do?
What?
When you make a deal.
His hands
you-
all floppy in yours. Oh, do you like this? And he grabs you by the sides of the face and he goes, mwah, mwah, on either side. And then pulls back.
You're not my business partner.
Yeah, we're business partners now. Exactly.
Okay, what's your son's name?
My son.
Sorry.
Oh my God, it was in my head like 4 seconds ago. It's not Lumpus.
Can it be, please?
No, it's not Lumpus. It was,
Lupus.
no, it started with Al.
Is it a real name?
Lionel.
Okay, what's a real name? Oh, Leone and Lionel.
Ah,
Little lions from different countries.
Lionel. Lionel?
Yeah, Lionel.
Lionel.
Gives tips about tech.
That's Linus.
Oh. Tips about carts.
All right, you can get underway.
Great.
You pay silver.
He tips carts. That's why he's not
3
very
rounds.
liked.
Lionel cart tips.
20 minutes later, a disheveled-looking teenage boy named Lionel rocks up. All right, we headed off then.
Yeah, I think so. Is everyone ready to go?
I'm ready.
Everyone, Lionel, everyone.
Yeah.
Hello. Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
I give him a hug.
He accepts the hug.
You're one of us now for 2
Everyone in the
days.
city is so weird.
Okay. Oh my goodness, what have you put in the cart?
A creature of wondrous.
It cooks cabbages.
Yeah,
The
don't
whole
get too
town's
close.
been talking about it. So, Canis Cornu.
I haven't really left the house for a few days.
What did you say your name was?
Lionel.
Lumpus?
Oh, that's a good name. I like that one.
Lionel.
Let's go already. Come on.
Also, we could attach the cart to the horse, just theoretically. I don't know if that's...
The horse.
Do you have
could
the-
ask me.
You couldn't attach to the horse without buying
Oh, I think...
The
No,
appropriate-
okay, cool.
horseman. You'd need a proper like mounting system for the horse to mount a cart
Yeah.
to a horse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Girdle, bridle, whatever.
And
it is.
they need to be trained for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get
she's
cart
a
horses. You can't
Decorative
just
horse,
shove them.
mainly.
They would freak out if
Miriam
it
can.
Yeah, decorative horse.
Decorative horse
Riding
riding
horse.
around and
Yeah, okay.
looking cool.
a cavalier's horse would not be a cart horse.
No.
All right, let's go.
Yes,
All right,
but I am a cart horse.
and you pick it up.
Oh, we had one all along.
And Lionel just sort of walks along the side of the road with you, like picking out wheat stalks and like flicking them and kicking rocks along the road, and just generally wandering and meandering about 10 meters away from you the whole
Where'd
time.
you find him?
Yeah, Lionel, tell me, what aspirations do you have for your future?
Anything but a farmer or a bookie.
That's valid.
What is bookie?
The scribes.
Oh, interesting. Do you have any passions? Anything you're actually good at, or?
Aspirations.
I
That's
don't
4
know.
syllables. I'm surprised you got that far.
Young love, I'm being entirely tongue in cheek.
It's like, I don't know.
Wow, interesting. You're gonna make a good man one day, Lionel. Fiona just walks off at this point.
Well, this is riveting. My horse could go way faster, just so you know. I'm slowing down for you guys.
And you journey. Unless you would like to interrogate Lionel any further. He is a very disengaged teenager.
Just making sure I'm not missing the opportunity of an NPC here. That's all.
Well, you can't. You're gonna have to make some work if you want to break through the like.
He's a lost cause at this point, mate.
He's just a random teenager.
I'm gonna kill
Okay, so you journey for the day, and at night time you arrive at Three Bend again after winding through the strange,
Woohoo!
rocky formation.
At what bend?
Three Bend.
That's in another town?
It's the next town.
This is the place with the weird rocky formations that I really want to check out.
That's
last time,
right.
But yeah. So it's night time at this point. Okay.
Sundown.
Well, let's find another tavern. Right? Inn?
Indeed.
Indeed.
I could keep the creature company outside. I mean, I don't have means to pay for lodging, and I'd be quite happy to find us a place in the stables. I could stay on some warm hay, and
You know, when people say sleep with the dogs, they don't mean it as a good thing.
I've always found it to be quite pleasant.
Don't look at me.
Explains the smell.
Your funeral. Walk off.
I stayed with a. I stayed, did some work in this town with someone, so I go back to the same place. Yeah, and
You did good work last time. They're easily convinced that you can stay
Yep.
in their stables.
great. And I offer to do a bit of extra work and get some meat that I can give the dog.
And the whole time you do this, Lionel is like behind you and just nods along. And then as soon as you secure lodgings, just goes and lays in some hay while you work.
Wow.
Okay, is this Lionel? I feel like that's Lionel. I've drawn Lionel.
That's actually pretty accurate, Lionel. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Wow, you did that so quickly.
So he's just chilling, basically mooching off you working in the stables,
All right, I guess
but
we'll
not
get
paying for a tavern.
We'll get
Yeah.
a tavern. Can we share a room? Three of
Yeah,
us?
you can.
Okay.
You can pay silver between you.
Okay. I will pay.
Dib's not it.
I will do it.
And then the night passes without incident, and you may
Hooray!
set off the following day and arrive at Allegrano.
Yay!
Around evening time.
Woohoo!
Walking through the front gates, few guards nod towards Bianca as she arrives, and there's some quizzical looks going towards the dog in the cart that has been fed meat.
Is it still light out?
It's like sundown, so it's, yeah.
Does it still have
Not
a
to,
cabbage?
not to backtrack you at all, but we rested there for I get health back.
Something like that.
If we traveled
Jeez.
all day and
It's
we
fine.
traveled
I'm
all
just-
day the
I'm
next
just
day,
nearly half dead.
is it a long rest or does he
cheat
get a...
We were doing a short rest if you're traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So short rest equivalent.
Cool. What does that mean?
Restoring 2.
Huzzah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Every little bit of juice counts.
You arrive at Allegrano.
could have gotten
It seems perhaps it is just a little too late to head straight up to the bestiary. So what do you call the place that the guy who commissioned us,
The Beast Artisan.
the beast artisan?
Georgiest shop I've
Is it
ever
too
seen.
late?
Sunset.
Do you want to try?
It's probably not too late.
Okay.
Shops close when the sun's down.
I think we
basically.
should get.
And you have the feeling he's got the sort of establishment that might stay open like an hour later than most.
If we make a haste, Lionel, wait by the gate. We will be back in a few hours.
You taking the cart?
Yes. Oh, actually, in fact, you'll need somewhere to stay tonight, right?
Dad said I have to be with the cart.
Wow.
I see.
Imagine if we pushed the cart off the
When
cliff.
we get to our meeting place, you won't be able to join our meeting, but you will know where we are.
I don't want to join your stupid meeting.
Look, I don't need to go in, so I can just stand with him and the cart. How about that?
Why do the streets smell like piss here?
Let's go.
Let's go.
We need to make haste.
Picks his nose. Starts walking. Starts becoming slowly more intrigued as he goes into Allegrano and like the size and grandeur of the city becomes apparent.
Have you never been before?
I remember he hasn't been anywhere outside of his house before.
Yeah, I come once a year.
Right.
Didn't go
For the
last
King's
year.
Festival.
Nah.
Yeah, well,
Dad
you're
doesn't
missing
let us
out.
do that.
Why not?
Shouldn't say. Don't worry.
I'm a cavalier. You can tell us anything.
Yeah, cavalier someone.
Never mind. Let's
Maybe
just
he
go.
does. Maybe he does have more than one brain cell after all.
Arvin, that is not what I need right now.
That's probably the first actual smirk you've seen from Arvin in a few
Yeah,
days.
it's coming back.
Actually, it'll be open, so we just get
Don't
there.
knock again.
No.
You knocked last time.
So who's going in?
Not me.
Not you. Okay.
It just feels
I'm
like you're approaching
definitely
someone's
going
house,
in.
okay?
As you stride through the town,
Yes.
through a marketplace, going across onto the small section by the keep of the guild ward, but you could basically wave at the officers of the Cavaliers as you march past your headquarters.
Aboard my horse.
And then you head on past the apothecary into the wealthy district.
How is the dog reacting to everything?
It's very distracted.
Okay.
It's like looking left and right.
But not distressed, just like,
In between. It's a little bit distressed.
yeah. Okay.
Just throw another cabbage on his head.
Kind of like running around in circles like a dog in a car when the car door opens and like it's
Whatever we had for breakfast or I got from that farmhouse, I'll have kept and just sort of be feeding it little bits and pieces just to keep it calm.
you push on through and arrive at Latigiano della Bestie.
The beastry.
And who's going in? What's the plan?
Yes.
Lionel
I'll head in.
strides in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. Oh,
Lorenzo
okay.
strides in.
I assume we have to keep the cage out here, right?
Yeah, you
Or are you
stand-
just going to bring the cage
no, no,
straight
Why
in?
don't you stay and
way
keep
too
watch of the
big.
cage?
Yes, and with young lad over here.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
I just want to say, for your sake, in case I need to roll for anything, Lorenzo is only concerned as to what their intent seems with the dog, if it seems ill or not. I just want to point that out in case I need to make a check or something.
Okay.
I suppose I follow in as well.
Look healthy. I know that's hard for you.
Give it my best. I'm probably still bloodstained everywhere.
You are, in fact.
Hell yeah.
Oh, goodness. Can I give him like a... I don't know what I
I could
have.
not go in.
Well, they're going to come out. Can you just tie something around your chest?
What, like clothes?
Yes. Do a jacket.
I'm in my clothes.
Does Arvin have a jacket?
Yes.
Arvin has a jacket.
Yeah.
Okay, take off your jacket and tie it around your injury.
Oh, you can just borrow my jacket. I've got a vest. I'll put my vest on. It'll be way too big for you.
Yeah. I want you to look funny.
So I was wearing the jacket when I got
Okay,
stabbed.
fine. Put his vest on. You need to look capable. I'm helping you.
What is going... Why
You want other jobs, right? If you walk in there bleeding, this guy's going to go, oh, you're not the right people for the job.
Oh, I mean, he can just wait outside.
Well, what are they going to do when they come outside and the dog is here? And there's Arvin bleeding.
He can just pretend to be a bum. I don't know.
And
Just-
also the letter was sent to you. I feel like you have to go in. Just put on the vest.
It's fine. He accidentally fell onto a tree on the way through. It's fine.
Or you could wear the vest.
Hand me the vest.
So you get handed a woman's vest,
No! Lorenzo's! It's going to be really
an
big on him.
oversized vest.
It's going to look really funny.
Okay.
Sorry about the blood.
Make
Hang on, you
No.
you have a coat, right?
Yes.
That he wore
But
when
it's
he was
also
getting
covered in
stabbed.
blood.
Okay. Well, no, that's all right. I'll just like roll the back of my vest up on him and just sort of like peg it. Give it a little
Okay.
So,
Make a charisma stealth check.
me?
Yeah.
Okay.
See how well you dress him up in
If
your
this
best.
is for dressing, can I assist because
Yeah, you can have an
Bianca
extra
fusses
dice.
over clothes,
Okay.
and
All right.
feathers.
I got 2.
2 successes. Okay.
I did not think this is where roleplay was going to go.
This is fantastic.
Cool. All right. You head in to the building.
All 3 of us, yeah.
And as you
luck.
arrive, you see Fausto Scavaro leaning over a counter, smiling with an almost a slick expression that you didn't see before, like a salesman's charm that was unexpected from your dealings with him. And just away from earshot, you capture the final moments of a deal as a rather wealthy and pompously dressed, like ruffles, clothes, feathers, everything, person slides across a small chest, and it has been opened and is being closed. You can see the sparkle of gold, some gems, like an inordinate amount of wealth in this small chest. But it's just a jewelry box sized container across. And then Fausto hands a beautiful linen wrapped something across the table to them. They then pass this linen wrapped item after briefly inspecting it, like lifting the corner of the linen. They pass it off to an attendant who looks to be dressed sort of as you'd expect the head of a household, like the head house servant to be dressed, quite proper and prim, but clearly, the head of staff in a manner. And then the two of them leave, and taking great pains to avoid touching you or brushing past you as they walk out the door. And then once the customer has left, Fausto looks up at you all
All right, I'll take a step forward.
expectantly.
Well met and good evening, Mr. Scavaro.
You have found my prize then.
That we did.
Well done. I'm impressed, actually.
That's what we aim to do.
Bring it around the back and we'll go have a look at it.
Well, I presume we just had it parked at the front, so okay, cool.
You didn't even know there was a... Well, you'd need to be invited to bring... There's like a gate, and
Fancy.
the gate is opened by a staff member, and you are allowed to roll this cart around the back. And as you move around the back of this property, the canal is just behind you, but there's fences and hedges. It's quite nice. But you do see, now that you're back here, a lot of larger equipment. There's traps and cages and implements, tools that are too big to put inside, and more the tools of the craft than the sort of stuff on the inside, which is for sale. There's even some like lances and spears on racks and training dummies and a few things where it looks like they're testing new concoctions and experiments to see what new techniques they would be able to use for catching animals.
Did Lionel go with the cart?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Bianca will stay out the front. She's not going around. Yeah.
And out the back, Fausto steps out the back door and meets you out there. And oh, good specimen indeed. Very well done.
I sort of nod silently.
Well, he gestures to several cages that are larger, and clearly for containing animals that have been captured. Then says, if you would unload it into there, that would be good.
I don't mean to overstep, but is there any way we would be able to see him after he...
No.
Really? Why?
Do you often get invited to spend time with the king?
No, but could we?
Plucky Lorenzo. No.
Look, Lorenzo, he's probably going to be spending his time with a lot of other animals, and he'll be cared for and loved a lot by the king.
Okay, all right.
And the Beastmaster.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm afraid I've gotten rather attached in a few days.
Well, maybe we go hunt another. Maybe we don't.
No,
There's
it's
barely
okay.
a scratch on it.
What did you expect?
Usually beasts captured are wounded. What did you use to subdue it?
A net
That
and
is-
gumption.
And as he approaches and he's like looking around, you see that the dog, the Canis Kono, is like sort of wincing away from him a little bit.
I must caution you. Diplomacy and kindness is actually the best way to tame this creature.
It won't be my problem.
Force will only cause problems. He feels doubly threatened with the intentions people come with. But if you watch carefully, and I get down on my knees and I pull out some of my little makeshift treats, I'm like, here you go, Visto. Here you go. Here you go. And I like reach out and offer
Wait,
it.
he named it?
And you realize like Lorenzo's been like mumbling to him like the whole trip, the little talks with him and stuff.
Why did you let him name it? That's like the worst thing that could possibly.
I didn't know he named
Oh my goodness! Oh god!
Look, this is maybe just for me as we travel, but I've been calling him Visto like because he sees your intent, your heart. So if you're kind, if you're patient, and I hold my hand out and
Make an authority check.
for the
For
Canis
you.
Corning.
I
For
was
you.
just going to like
Just make
wince
an
and, like,
authority
close
check.
one eye as he gets closer to the dog.
3. So you call it, what did you call it?
Visto.
He leans back. Visto. A fitting name. There you go, Visto. And he leans in, but he has his hands like clasped behind his back as he paces around. Careful, he's not like poking fingers towards the cages, and he's like, good. Well, use your newfound rapport to get him in my cage.
Is Visto eating the food?
Yes.
Okay.
Sort of shying away from Fausto and shying towards you. Now, how did you catch him again?
Our methods are our own, sir, but perhaps some rope while we do this transfer.
Why do we have to move it? I mean, aren't you like a beastmaster? Why don't you just move it yourself?
I think it might be best if we do this first one. Demonstration, eh?
I am not a beast master. I am the beast artisan. If you want me to work my trade on this creature, I have a feeling
there
you will
will be none
not
of that.
be pleased with the results.
Oven, may I borrow some of your rope, please?
You can have all of the rope. I'm sorry, Lorenzo. I will not be physically helping you with this one, so here's the rope.
And then he says, I'll go inside and prepare your recompense.
Sweet.
Cool. And I spend a bit of time sort of negotiating the rope with Visto and giving him some treats and gently wrapping it around his neck and making sure he knows I mean no harm.
Can I go inspect some of this
I'm going to
stuff?
get you to roll a charisma intuition.
Okay.
Or maybe empathy, actually. Charisma empathy.
Yay, I upgraded my empathy.
Challenge level 3.
4.
Yay.
With some coaxing and the rapport you've built over the last couple of days, you do manage to get this rope on the Canis corner after feeding, and it takes you like 5 minutes, but you manage to get it done.
And I'll just make sure to I'll go around the neck, but also under the arms, in more of a harness than like a leash. Cool. So by the time he comes back out, I'm able to open the door. And
Oh, he's not coming out until he's in the thing. Or you're not going to open it until he's out?
Yeah, I want him
Okay.
to see, yeah.
Okay, so it takes like 5 minutes, as
Yeah.
I said, and then curiously Fausto walks out.
Okay. I think it might be best in order for you to pass on this information to try yourself. And I take a few of these like dried meaty bits and hold them up to, what's his name?
Fausto.
Fausto.
To feed this animal.
Yeah.
So he's like, here you go.
The trick is not to command, but to request. Offer with respect. Give him space to make his own choice.
I don't think I'll be doing that.
Very well. As I demonstrate. And I'll...
He says, hold on a minute. Yes, come here. A couple of employees walk outside. And he's like, well, watch the man's demonstration of how to feed the animal.
And I repeat to these people,
And they're nodding along. And then it's just like, it won't be my fingers bitten off.
So I'll open up the cage. I'll also ask like Leonie to like hold the other end of the rope.
Oh, I ain't there. I've wandered off.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is your
Okay,
show.
I guess it's just me. Anyways, yeah, open up the cage.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
mean,
want
almonds.
either of us.
Oh, yeah,
Close.
true. Actually, you said you didn't want them.
I'll like lay a few like.
Make an intuition check.
Okay, all right. One.
Okay. So what do you describe what you're doing again?
I lay a trail of the last of my treats, holding a couple left in my hand, hoping that Peter Griffin's
Peter Griffin.
What's his name?
Peter Griffin doing?
James Wood style. We get a bit
a piece of candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
Yeah. So I'm trying to do that leading into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you open the cage. Make a strength resistance check.
Oh boy.
Challenge level 6.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Nope.
That's what it.
Yep.
Language.
So it's like
I rolled hot. 2.
Three.
So as soon as you open the cage, bang, just like a bolt of lightning, this dog just runs straight away and pulls you over with 3 additional successes, like onto the ground from the force of this beast ripping against you like 90 kilos of animal. Completely unexpected. You, with the intuition of 1, completely overestimated the amount of trust and rapport you'd built with this wild animal. And as soon as it had an opportunity to bolt, it has bolted. Now, what are we reacting? How are we reacting, everyone? That's the instant you've all just seen it bolt. Lorenzo's gone over.
It's in. So sorry to explain the area. It's like a gated off. It's like backyard.
Backyard, yes.
And so it can only really run. Could it jump over the fence?
You don't know how high they can jump.
Okay.
But actually, the gate to the
Yeah, there's one
courtyard is
exit, yeah.
open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's going to be where I'm standing. I'm probably going to dive the hell out.
But
of
I was
the
about
way.
to say, but as panicked eyes dart towards the gate that it starts to run to, on the other side of the gate, with you all on the inside, you just see Lionel finger up his nose, looking in at the cart, just goes like, and just swings the gate shut, and the metal latch just goes and locks down, and then he just starts like eating his booger while he watches you, just giving it a big old chew.
All right.
I would like to pull a cabbage out from behind me
Where
and aim
what?
to throw it at its horn.
Where did you get a cabbage from?
I always have one handy in these
You know,
circumstances.
given you've been using cabbages to blunt its horn, I will allow you one final
one
cabbage.
cabbage, and I attempt to throw it at its horn.
Okay, what are you doing, Arvin?
All right. Well, noticing that the gate has just
That's
closed
really how
behind.
you're helping.
It's
Great.
oh, by the way, it's like a wrought iron gate. It's not like a
Ooh,
wooden gate you can't see through.
Like
He's watching
that.
you through the gate. It's like
Yeah,
an iron
yeah.
bar gate.
That's great.
So you're on the other side of the gate too.
Can I
assume.
see any?
Well, you hear commotion
I
immediately.
really have use for this gate back.
You hear immediately like
Okay.
commotion, and you see Lionel like fling the gate shut and the latch drop down.
Run over and ask Lionel, "What are you doing?
Stop the dog getting away.
Is it out?"
And then you see the dog just about bellowing up the thing with Lorenzo on his
Yeah,
tummy.
I haven't let go.
Yeah,
so
cool.
I'm just like being dragged. I'm like running and like, "Ah!"
Yeah, I dive out of the way.
You just dive out of the way. Okay, I'm going to get you to
I've
make.
been there before.
I want you to make a reaction roll for Arvin, and I'm going to get for Leone. Ah, my gosh.
Sorry.
I'm going to need acuity. Yeah. Reflexes.
That's a 1 from me.
Nice. Arvin's really good at not
This
getting
is a
hit.
really good demonstration.
3 from me.
A little bit overconfident, sorry. 3 successes.
3 successes.
I should have said beforehand, but I'm sorry. 3 successes at our average bell curve is not enough to throw a cabbage and have it skewer on the horn of a running animal.
Okay.
That would probably be 4 or 5. You do, however, bonce it with a cabbage. So you just
Is
hear
it
this.
4 or 5? Because I could change it.
I'll make it 4.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Do it for the cabbage.
I don't know if it's gonna even
No.
do it.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I
Use of
am.
a knack.
I am.
You use a knack.
Yeah.
All right. So describe how you pick up and throw this cabbage at the running penis corner.
Leone, from her previous encounter, has sort of learnt the art of accuracy to a degree. So she's able to lift the cabbage, and as it runs past with Lorenzo at the back screaming wildly, she throws the cabbage on top of its horn.
And it's just that-
Cut to a training montage of like how many cabbages she had like basically thrown onto the dog in the cage throughout the few
Like that
days.
game, like
As
Coits.
it, with your 1 on your agility roll, can I get you
Yes.
to make a combat roll, Arvin?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
It does not like
Define
you at all.
combat roll.
Just whatever you would roll if you were fighting defensively.
Okay, we decided that alchemy now applies to that.
Yes.
Okay.
So dramatic.
We said no combat this round.
4.
Ooh.
The Canis Cornu as it's running past, but being slowed down and dragged by Lorenzo, it is actually affecting it, obviously, and panicked. With you in the way and sort of fumbling and failing to get out of the way in time, Arvin trips over himself, and the Canis Cornu, in much the way as like
Oh, I trip over the vest.
in much the same way. No, the vest was very well applied. No one noticed anything. So the Canis Cornu, in much the same way as a warthog or a bull charging, it like flicks at you as you're beside it, plowing its horn directly into your center of mass, into your chest. And thank whatever is out there for the fact that literally Arvin watches as a split second before this thing runs up and spears you again through the abdomen, a cabbage just goes onto the end of its horn, which already had 1 cabbage on it.
Yeah.
And you basically just get like, it's basically like getting punched with a boxing glove in the chest as a cabbage
let's go.
just like compresses into your chest and you fall onto the ground.
Best use of a knack.
And you do not take damage because the horn was cabbaged.
Can
Masterful.
I use
Amazing.
the insane chaos to slip in the gate and shut it behind me?
In this action, that opening the gate right now is a bad call. so it's
'cause I
running
don't know where
directly
it
for the
is.
gate.
Okay, yeah, I will not open the gate if it's running at the gate.
Yeah, it's like here, right?
Okay, I will not open it.
All right, can I get a resistance check from, we're going to next round of this craziness, from Lorenzo.
Can I swap that for power and yank it to pull it into submission?
As your from your last result, I'm going to say not this round.
Okay.
Because I
I'm
just
gonna
need to
get
see a
my
good enough
footing
result
back.
that you're not being
Gotcha.
dragged along the ground.
I'm with you.
But I rolled 5 successes.
I got 2.
2 successes. I'm going to make you
What
take
is up? Wait, how many dice is it rolling?
the same as they've been rolling the whole time. They have 8 dice.
Oh my goodness.
It's not an easy catch.
No, you weren't there for the fight. They almost died. However, you're going to take 1 damage as you are basically full on dragged
The
along the
rocks
ground
and
by
stuff.
a
Yeah.
lion, effectively.
Yeah.
All right, so that means it's up to everyone else for an action. At this point, the Canis Cornu gets to that gate, runs up, pounds its feet into it, and then leap turnarounds from it because it's realized it's a dead end. Fausto looks very displeased and he strides back inside. But he seems to have a purpose to. No, he seems to be turning around. He does the whole
get something.
and then he goes inside to get something.
right, okay.
This demonstration is not going according to plan.
All right. So what is Arvin and Leone doing?
So, I have a feat called Crafty, which gives me advantage on engineering with jury-rigged models. Would the cage be considered something that's jury-rigged?
No.
No, okay.
That's like MacGyvering things.
Okay.
So if you sort of said I want to use this elastic band to sling this onto this and then do this, that's jury rigging something.
It's like
I want to
improvising.
use bubble gum to stop the boat leaking. That's jury rigging.
Oh, considering where we are, is there anything that could be useful?
Well, there's weapons
Make
and
a knowledge check. Investigation. You can spend your turn exploring, visually, doing an ocular pat down of the surroundings.
Where are the nets currently?
We don't have them, I believe. I only got 1. Never mind.
They are both ruined.
Okay.
I remember the conditions were
I know one was
one option was to
wrecked.
have a reusable. You know, you fired them both.
We
So
fired
one
them
option
both,
was to
yeah.
have a reusable one, but you opted for the two, but they
Yeah.
weren't reusable. So they're basically, once they're deployed, they're
Okay,
gone.
that's fine.
And the dogs just tore them up and they're whatever. They're damaged. Sorry?
I only got one.
One success. Okay. You don't see anything immediately that can help you.
Yeah.
And Arvin, what were you doing?
I sort of get up off the ground with a soft exclamation of, oh, my cabbages. And I am going to yell to Lorenzo, we need to get this dog inside the cage now. And I am... Don't know how much of a good maneuver it is, but having grown up in the country with cattle around, Arvin is going to try and make himself like look big and wave his arms in front of to try and like make the animal turn around, thinking to himself that this is absolutely not going to work. It's an intelligent creature and it's hit me before.
So you're going to try and attract its attention.
And I imagine you're in front of the cage,
Yeah,
right?
and I'm either going to see if it will either turn away from me
Yeah.
or be attracted to me.
What are you aiming for? Which one do you want?
What?
What's a win and what's a fail?
Well, if it comes towards me, I'm going to try and head towards the cages. And if not, I'll try
So are you trying to spook it or attract it?
I'm doing this action to see which of those it is doing.
The scientific method. I like it.
Okay.
And then my response will be gathered on its response.
Well, I'm going to get you to make a probably authority and then a physical. Any physical trait you would like.
All right. Let me see. Okay, well.
Remember, we can always negotiate this.
Finesse with my
Cool.
waving.
Yeah.
Very finesse.
That
way.
represents your coordination and deft of hand.
Yours is off, Jen.
Yay.
3. As it's flipping around and running back, your mad gesturing captures its attention, and it seems to sort of, as it's heading past you, it seems to be heading now towards you in an aggressive capacity.
Cool. I'm going to start skipping very rapidly towards the large open gate.
Open gate?
Large open
cage.
cage.
The
Sorry.
big
Cage.
cage.
Oh,
I am
okay.
not
Wrong word.
opening the
The
gate.
large open gate of the
Okay.
cage.
So you're going to run towards the cage in the next action.
Yes.
Okay, next round, because we're just basically taking turns, making sure we do one action each. Lorenzo.
I would like to do the yanking thing, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
Oh, I want to see you get, basically, beat it with a resistance check to be,
Beat it or match it? Come on,
match
defensive.
it is fine.
Match it. All right.
But if you can do that, then you basically have got up on, and you're kind of
yeah.
in the point where you're. Five.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness.
I'm rolling really well. 1.
1.
Ooh-wee.
Take another damage as you are still skidding and scrolling.
I have touched the dice.
You've touched the dice. You've rolled like
curse.
crazy hot the last like 4.
Bloody dog.
Arvin, Leone.
I would see.
It's a long bloody rope. Somebody grab it.
Do you say anything? I'll let you react first.
Apart from yelling that we need to get in the cage.
Yeah. Do you like say like got its attention, or do you just piffing straight for the?
Yeah, you know what? I'd probably yell, it's looking at me!
Cool. I will run to the gate as well. My intention.
cage, you mean?
Sorry, the cage.
Yep, sorry.
My intention is as soon as Arvin has like it's in there, I'm closing the gate. Would be what I'm
With Arvin in there.
No. So the way I see it working, we have no
Stop it.
meetings.
Just end me.
He
Sacrifices.
he runs towards the cage. Dog is going after him. He either is, I hope not going in the cage, but gonna like stand in front of it and then jump like a soccer player.
Okay.
Dive out of the way.
Dog goes in, I slam the cage shut.
Nice.
No, wait. Soccer goalie catches the thing. I don't want to do that.
But you're not catching it.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need an agility or fitness from Arvin.
Oh.
And I've reduced my dice on this because it's being slowed down. You need challenge level 2.
Okay.
2 is a tie, though, in this instance. You're basically trying for it to not catch you before you run across the courtyard to the cage.
Put a recumbent Arvin in there.
3 successes. So this sort of moment of time, to paint you a visual picture, podcast listeners, we are in a fairly, like, it's not a massive courtyard, but it's a decent sized courtyard for a large building. There is a cart parked in it. There's cages all around the outside as well as rather other bits. The Canis Corner, who's just run down the side path where it was trapped by the gate, currently dragging Lorenzo behind it. Arvin has managed to attract its attention and then run across the courtyard towards an open cage, just keeping ahead of it. And turn, what are you doing then?
Vegetarian kebab coming at me.
And can I get the same roll from you, please, as well,
what was
Leone?
that? Sorry.
It was either agility or fitness.
Okay. Only one.
Oh, no.
You do not. Both of them basically overtake you as you're running towards the
Sure.
gate.
That's fine.
All right.
Visto, why you make a lion out of me, eh? I thought we had something!
Looks panicked. Anyway, what are you doing? All of you.
I've just got to try
You
and get
could
my
now
bearings.
go in the gate, Bianca.
I can safely go in.
Yeah, because he's on the other side of the
Okay,
courtyard.
I'm gonna say, shut this behind me to Lionel. And
He
then
nods.
I'll
Cool.
duck in. Yeah.
I'm going to still attempt the same thing, hoping, like, mustering that little bit of adrenaline to see if I can push forward.
Lorenzo.
I've got a yank, but I might shout at Bianca if she can reach me in time. Grab the rope!
I will try and grab
Okay.
the rope.
Well, then in that case, I'm going to get Bianca first. Bianca, can we just get, again, the same thing, either fitness or agility, your choice, as you sort of sprint towards.
Oh, nice.
One.
1.
Oh, no.
You touched your own dice.
1 out of 6.
As you are going through the gate, one of your cavalier
I'm not
little,
really a strength
your
person.
little cape thing on the back of your cavalier thing, like gets caught on one of the bits of iron, and you kind of have to like fuss around to like pull it off.
I'm not ripping this.
Yeah, exactly what happens.
Hold on.
To be fair to your character, by your judgment at the time, Lorenzo is kind of too. You weren't going to make it,
Okay,
so it's not like you just like, oh screw you, I'm going
die.
to futz around with this. No,
Amazing.
okay, so Lorenzo,
Resistance, it's all I got, really.
3.
4! Yes!
Okay, Lorenzo basically kicks up onto his feet, and you now are solidly dragging behind
Now
you. You have
foot
control.
surfing.
You have control of the situation to a degree where you're slowing it down, which is going to be very relevant because. Arvin, what are you doing?
I take it I've made it to
You've made
the
it
entrance
to
of the
the
cage.
entrance of the cage.
Cool. All right, and now there's the old standoff.
Well, it's running towards you.
Yeah, we've got some deja vu almost happening, I think, here. And I have an idea. Would I have anything in my bag that I can create basically some sort of like bright flash? I'm basically going to try and flashbang it as it like closes in on me.
Do
Hopefully,
you have equipped? What skills do you have equipped?
do you want to just flick
Yeah,
through?
yeah. They're your equipped ones. Because if you have Ignis, which you do, you can create a flash. So yes, because you have Ignis, but you're going to have to spend 2 spirit to do it.
Sure.
Ignis!
Yeah, it's alright. I was like,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Plague Tale reference.
Plague Tale reference, yeah.
Cool. So I'm going to get instead this time. So you're going to try and startle it with a bright flash this time.
Yeah, basically confound it enough that it might hesitate and we can like push it in. or
Make
something.
a defensive alchemy roll, and I'm going to roll for the creature. It has less dice thanks to Lorenzo.
Yay.
And I only got 2 successes.
Ooh.
Come on,
hot roll.
Alvin.
Roll hot.
3. 4.
Oh.
There is a large flash and the Canis Cornu rears up on its back legs and kind of like stumbles away from you.
Cool. All right. I'm just immediately, yell Lorenzo and point at the two hands if they're still around, or they sort of like
They're
run
kind
away.
of standing at the doorway, looking completely shocked, halfway across the courtyard.
Yep. Stuff them.
onion.
Lorenzo, everyone, get it in. Push, push, push.
I run up to it and shove it in the cage.
So, Leone,
Yeah,
you
I
just
told you
run
I
up
was
there.
running.
Cool. So
to-
you'll basically
yeah.
get there this turn. Okay. Now the door to the building opens, and you see, pardon me, and you see Fausto walking out, looking rather displeased, kind of taking his stock of the situation. His hand is outstretched, and in his hand, he's holding sort of a basketball-sized shape, but the whole, including his hand, he has a sheet of thick canvas, kind of like you throw over a bird cage or something, concealing whatever it is that he's holding. So his hand is under it. He's holding something. The basketball size is quite large, hanging down. Kind of looks a bit like a bird cage, to be honest, and it has a thick sheet draping down over it as he walks out towards you all. All right. This round, you're going to try and shove it in.
Shove it in the
Yep.
cage and shout to Leone, get the door.
Door.
Okay, so still stunned with the assistance of Arvin,
I can try and help.
make a agility or fitness check. Challenge level 3 to get there in time. And then you can help if you're there. As you sprint across the courtyard.
I'll use my dice this time. Stop stealing Mario's dice. Maybe it's your dice.
Oh,
No, not really.
Two.
Didn't get there. Bianca starts running across the courtyard, but it's too far a distance to get down the side path and fully across the courtyard.
I'm
Lorenzo.
dodging.
Your towel
Cabbage
gets
on the
caught
floor.
another
No, not
do you
this
have
time.
any mind?
Lorenzo,
power.
power.
Yeah.
You get an additional dice from Murray.
Thank you.
Oh. 3.
4.
I'm going to use
That will tie you and you'll be re-rolling.
worth
They
it.
see me re-rolling.
You're using a knack.
Yeah.
They hate it.
There is a brief moment of tension that hangs in the air as everyone almost is caught still as Lorenzo charges in and shoves his body weight into this rearing up Canis Cornu that is massive. And there's a moment where it like starts to topple backwards, but then you can see the momentum of the charge halts and it starts to fall back down on Lorenzo. 4 again.
4 again. Oh, the tension, the tension.
The struggle continues. And then there's a... Arvin gets in underneath and both of you throw this thing like head over, top over bottom, and it kind of like falls on its side and skids through the door.
For podcast listeners, that was a 4 that Jazza rolled.
Jazza rolled a 4. Which
What
was
was your-
obviously high. Does it matter? I narrated what happened. That's the advantage of these dice cameras is sometimes I can
Okay.
be like, I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
In the
What'd you get?
future, like if something's concluding, I don't need to say I got a 2, you won. I can see you got 4.
But I want to let the podcast listeners know that he rolled well.
Well, yeah, he said what he rolled. I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Bianca touched. Al touched my dice. So
My
job,
one
Al.
use.
Leone,
You helped out of character.
Yeah.
reaction. Challenge level 2.
Close the door.
Challenge level
Roll
2.
reaction.
Oh, roll reaction. They don't mean to react.
I shout, close the door. 2.
Hey.
The gate to the cage shuts.
Woohoo. Close the lock.
This is where we need the boom.
There is a flare and a crack and a sizzle and whoosh, the rapid smell of burnt cabbage as it attempts to use its horn, but is foiled. And the door is locked and it begins whimpering and pacing around frustrated inside this cage
Magic
with a rope
cage.
dragging behind it. Fausto, with the thing in his hand wriggling, turns around and walks back inside.
Oh, we don't get to see it.
You're welcome.
I don't think we want to see it. Visto. And I do.
What happened?
I try and calm.
What do you think happened?
Visto.
You make an empathy check.
Didn't like the beast man. Can't blame it.
Didn't like the future of.
Whoa.
Just got 3.
5. Just that. It's not consolable right now. After another 30 seconds, Fausto returns. For
Just like that.
for a bunch of amateurs, nobody got hurt, and you did the job. Good thinking on your feet. And I didn't have to intervene, which would have naturally come out of your pay. Come inside.
Apologies for causing concern.
Oh, and I'm glad to see the Cavalier didn't help you after all as well. You can exit through the gate.
I won't say anything. I'll just leave.
And then he holds
Just
the door open to
turn
walk
tail.
into the building for the three of you.
I will be complaining to Lionel the whole time.
And he's just like,
He literally is
whatever.
not listening.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I can't stand his face.
After complaining to him for like 10 minutes, and he's just slack-jawed, this is while that's happening, he just looks at you and he's like, do you want to go on a date?
Appreciate the question, but I'm quite busy, as you can tell, with the dog.
Girls never like the nice guys like me.
Trust me, I've seen a lot of you
A
locked
lot
up,
of nice guys.
and it's never the reason you think.
All right, so back inside while that horrible situation is taking
That's
place.
probably the most a
I
woman's
wish I
ever
was
talked at him.
So inside, you were invited in. The store is now closed and has been closed up by staff. And you're invited to sit down, despite the fact that you have some fresh razor burn ground. What's it called? Road wrap.
Dust
Is it
rash.
road rash?
Yeah,
road.
yeah. Something like
Basically,
that,
like as if you've been on a bike and fallen off.
back of a train.
You're invited to sit down, and there is some gilded, gold inlaid china sitting there, a teapot that is brewing.
Lorenzo with like filthy, dirty, calloused hands.
No,
like,
you don't get.
Oh.
You don't serve tea.
Ah.
You wouldn't. You basically wouldn't even know how to serve tea.
I was just trying to be helpful.
Okay. Do you actually want to touch the very expensive stuff?
No.
Okay. He opens.
That I've learned that if the GM says, "Are you
Do
sure?"
you actually? Yeah.
So Fausto walks over and opens the pot. There's steam brewing out of this teapot that you presume is.
What does it smell like?
There's a slightly
He made a
like
very bad pun.
sweet and floral aroma coming from this teapot. And he opens the top of the teapot. None of his attendants are doing this. He's doing this. And it's steaming and it's hot, like it's hot. And there's a small metal bowl next to it. And he has these tongs that he picks up and he places them. You guys all right there?
I'm paying attention. She's giggling, and she's really distracting
giggling
me.
behind me.
They are seriously like 14-year-olds in the back of the classroom.
Metal tongues.
Metal tongs, and he places them into the teapot and then pulls out.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Go on.
Is anticipation.
She's in awe. What are you going to pull out?
And he pulls out this sort of almost egg-shaped but full of cracks and odd formations in it object that is glowing with a soft red. And then he puts it onto the golden tray, and you can see on it little crackling and popping of the little beads of water that were carried out with it as they fizzle off and disintegrate.
Do any of us know? Do I know what this is?
Nope.
Cool.
None of you have a clue
Cool.
what that is. And then he pours you each a cup of tea.
Can I deduce that, like, even what kind of material this thing could be made of?
Like if it's an egg or
Alchemy
something.
check.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get you making a knowledge check.
Okay.
Well, could he roll with alchemy?
No.
Okay.
It's not alchemy.
All right. Fair enough.
You can automatically pass your alchemy check to know that it's nothing you're aware of from your knowledge of alchemy. 3 successes. You can discern that it seems to be like not, as I said, you get a free alchemy. it doesn't seem to be a naturally occurring material that you're familiar with. In fact, it looks organic. There's something in the nature of like seashells in this that you're detecting more than any kind of rock or substance.
Can I just straight up ask him, what is that thing?
That?
Yeah.
Oh, that is the molten core of what?
Go on.
It's
I'm intrigued.
the molten core of a rare type of snail.
Snail.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Why is it in the teapot? I don't understand.
It boils the water.
Huh.
Arvin clearly has so many questions, but he's actually
I
managing
also
to keep a
have
lid on it.
questions.
Like,
Leoning has
and anyone who knows him
again.
can see he's just like holding it in.
Make an intuition check.
Both of us?
Everyone.
Or- Oh, so
Everyone present. Yes, you too. Make an intuition check. Seriously, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
One.
just going to turn into a vampire. 3 as well.
Oh, guess who just upgraded their intuition?
Bianca's is the one we're all hanging on for.
I'm so glad I spent my trait point on wisdom.
3 successes. Despite Lionel's comment, you do get the sense that in this instance, it comes more from things he's heard and things that than a genuine like bad trait in him. He's just kind of like potentially could be going down a bad path and maybe just needs someone to
But he
correct
has
his
a moment
behavior.
with a cavalier
Yeah.
to tell him what's what.
to set him on a straighter path about how to behave.
I will happily have Bianca do that the whole time that you guys were.
Okay. Can I get you to make...
Effectively shut her up for like 20 seconds, and then she went, "You know what? I don't know where you've heard that from."
Can I get you to make an authority check?
Yes, I can do that.
Now listen here, young man.
Challenge level 3. I rolled 3 for 3 on the... He's resisting this.
4, 3.
3.
That's a reroll. Good, he's not going to get 3 for 3 again. 1.
You just have to beat 1.
Yes.
I can do that.
So over the course of the next 10 minutes, Yanka, it's basically like he literally just did a class and he finally was like, oh, I've never talked to a woman before that wasn't my mother. That makes a lot of sense. He has like a bit of a turnaround.
Changing
And
the
he
world.
actually stands up a little bit straighter and says thank you. And then he starts asking about a girl, Rosie, that is in his town that's about his age. And he's like, I don't know how to start talking to her.
I'll give him advice for free.
Yep.
Don't pick your nose in front of her. Just as a heads up. Okay. That's a good start. Great.
So back to the group.
Egg.
Egg check.
It's an egg, isn't it?
No, it's the molten core of a snail.
I was like, wrong
snail.
campaign. Hang on.
So the two of you passed. By the two of you, I mean Lorenzo and
Yep.
Leone passed an intuition check.
Yep.
Arvin did not. Arvin is too distracted by the wondrousness of this. You both have been in this situation before. Both of you, Lorenzo and Leone, sitting at tables or being near conversations that maybe you weren't typically a party to. This time you're a party to it, where you have seen people who are very deliberately choosing all of their actions. You get this sense that while you don't, with a 3, you don't get enough, you don't really fully understand the motives behind the behavior, but you know that none of these choices are by chance. He is deliberately serving you tea.
Showing us.
He is deliberately making a display of things, perhaps from your guess, you can't discern his motives, but perhaps things that would very specifically interest people at your group and like display his sort of power and his capacity to provide access to things that you don't have access to.
Okay.
So it's like flaunting, essentially.
Yes, but very
Deliberately.
targeted.
In a manipulative way.
Or deliberate.
Manipulative has such negative connotations. I think that yes, there is maybe manipulation in it, but it's more in the sense of like if you went to a business meeting and they invited you to their office and then you were like, oh, your office is in a really nice building and has really nice furniture. Oh, you actually are part of a company that's legitimate. Like it legitimizes everything. And you go, oh, maybe you are worth talking to. It feels a bit like that. But maybe there's more to it. Yeah. So this tea sitting in front of you, he then pulls out a small vial from his pouch. And it's like a little glass tincture with a stopper. And he drops a single drop in each of the cups of tea, including his own. And then he puts it back inside. And then he lifts the tea and he says, a toast to a successful hunt.
I do a shifty eye to Arvin because it's in a vial, right?
Mm-hmm. Cool. I mean, would I have at all recognized that one?
Again, like you recognize a liquid in a vial. Like it's a slightly yellowish liquid that he drips in. It had a moderate viscosity.
Yeah, it's nothing that's like
there's so
completely
many
obvious.
Yeah, absolutely not.
All right. I pick up my glass and say, apologies, it comes with the profession, but what is this that you have just gifted us with?
Satisfaction.
Leone drinks it.
So does Lorenzo.
It's just cheese.
And he does. He like looking dead in the eyes to Arvin sips, and then he closes his eyes. And as the tea hits all of your mouths, first of all, you are struck with this delicious, warm, honeyed flavor. There's a bitterness to the tea, but there's also this through line of sweetness that comes in underneath it.
Sorry, I picked the wrong music.
It's incredibly warm.
I thought we were gonna die.
And then as you swallow it, you feel like every nerve in your mouth kind of tingles for a moment, almost like a wave going down your throat, like a little itch at the back. Kind of unpleasant, but pleasant at the same time. A really
like when
weird
you eat
sensation.
pineapple and it makes your mouth feel funny.
Maybe a little bit like that. And then you each feel a glowing sense of pride and satisfaction. Like beyond what you've ever felt in your life. You feel like you have just accomplished the greatest feat you've ever accomplished. And it only lasts for a moment as you swallow and it fades away. And then it settles to nothing. Just to a nice tea.
That is remarkable.
Are we aware that the tea made us feel that way?
Oh, yeah, it was very evident.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
How is this accomplished?
He taps his pocket. The beasts, they offer us many things alchemists crave. Solutions outside the known.
Well, I would say I've had my share of liquid courage before, but that is definitely premium.
This one is particularly excellent at keeping political rivals down.
So,
Your payment!
Thank you.
Pushes a small, plain, wooden box, like again a jewelry box size thing, small box.
Oh, nice box.
It's plain actually, but yeah, it's
I think so.
200 silver in there, but you can count it if you want.
The own it counts.
Do you make a show of it?
No. I just eye it and go. And I close the box. Thank you.
Thank you for your business and your patronage. And hopefully we may see you again soon.
If you'd like more work, we are always looking. There is an expedition building. Perhaps you could go along.
I will certainly mention it to Miss Doloroso.
It might be a bit beyond your skill.
Did you see what we accomplished today? Nothing is beyond our skill.
Have you ever fought a giant?
Maybe.
Well,
We're sort of like probably all just picturing a bloody Gavada right now.
when
Relatively speaking, yes.
Verbally, maybe.
these things are extremely rare when they come up, so if you do want to get involved, don't wait too long, because sometimes we go months without hunts. creatures are not common. Well, as you all finish your tea, assuming you keep drinking, and every mouthful fills you with the same sense of
Finish the whole
satisfaction, he then sort of makes it quite obvious that it's time to leave.
Get out.
He'll depart and take the cart.
Cool. Meet Lionel out the side, who is standing slightly taller and nods.
Oh,
And
no.
not picking his nose.
You're looking good,
Nice.
man.
His nose is now vacant.
Thanks, Leone. He nods.
What? And
You, you didn't compliment me.
did you?
What do I do?
What? What is
You,
that?
you were good company, and your cart was very helpful. Thank you and your father for allowing us to have it.
Did you see what he did?
He side eyes at Bianca, looks back. You're welcome. Side eyes back at Bianca.
I see. We've been doing our own productive work out here.
Oh, yeah, you were in there for a long time.
Well done.
I
I
get
can
stuff
already
done.
see quite a bit of progress.
I think I've worked out what I want to do too, seeing you asked me on the trip what I wanted to do when we first met. You said, what do I want to do?
I wasn't expecting much of an answer, but now that we're here,
I think I might go back and start doing more training and maybe one day become like a... Looks at you all very confused. And what is it you do?
an adventure, yeah.
Gilda?
Cavalier?
Well, I'm not noble enough for that, yes. But an adventure guilder. Yeah. That's what I'll be.
That sounds great. Good on
Then
you,
he
Lionel.
hefts up the cart and says, adieu. If you ever back our way, say hi. And he walks off.
I think
There
we're
you
going
go.
to be good friends.
He'll lean into Bianca. Are you in danger of being a good influence on someone?
Don't sound so surprised.
Oh, you're a terrible influence on us. Ever since you've been around, nothing but trouble has
Oh,
come our
yes,
way.
it's me. Let's pin it all on me.
Well, I think even our associate thought your company was too much to handle. I'm sorry, I can't give a straight face. Let's go back to
Did you get
Mr.
the money?
Dolorosa.
Yes, sort of.
Sure did.
How does
No one
it,
stole anything from you this time?
How does it work in terms of what goes to the guild? And
There's a bit of bookkeeping we need to do first. We should make our way back.
agreed. And we head back.
You
To the old
walk and the door opens to the Old Trades Assembly.
Oh, I was terrified. You're like, can you get robbed?
Oh my goodness, everyone, where have you been?
How
Sorry,
long?
my screen's
Wait,
right now.
did we come here before we went to?
No.
No. I already did it, Dave. You changed it. Okay.
I was looking down, sorry. Oh my goodness, where have you been? It has been a tremendous amount of time and we've been tremendously busy.
You will not believe the
Tremendously busy.
stories.
What
Yes, we've been here. Oh my goodness, I've been working my fingers to the bone.
Tell us about it.
Look! And you look across, and there's like some canvas stuff stretched out, and it looks like Libero and Ilio have been working hard. But in the far end of the room, to the sound of Ilio's commotion, the door opens and Dolorosa steps out. Yes, where have you been?
He hides the box.
My office!
Kinda.
Now!
Oven, can I have my vest back?
Yes, you can.
Wait. You keep it on until this is done.
I'm not going in.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Okay.
did the three of you go into
three
the
of us
office?
go
I'll
in.
go talk to Ilio.
She slams the door.
Leone tosses the box to Bianca without a word and walks away in as well.
I'll hide it.
You walk inside. She shuts the door, strides behind her desk, and doesn't sit. Kind of like three school children about to be disciplined. You're kind of like not offered to sit either.
The principal's office.
And she looks across at you. Well,
We just returned doing the task
5 days. 5 days you've been gone.
Well, it took a day and a half to get to the location.
Do you know when? Do you know when the expo is?
Nope.
Nope.
Can I listen at the door?
Make a stealth check.
Can it,
In a few days.
Is that what you've got?
It said the thingo is next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's this week.
2.
2 successes. You get to the door and pierce your ear. And this is about when you tune into the conversation. No idea. The day after tomorrow.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're not really involved in this, Leone. You can go.
Okay, bye. Good luck, guys.
You can't leave without...
However, I will say, just because Libero has a soft spot for you doesn't mean your duties being left undone will be overlooked forever. This place is getting filthy. Get to work.
Leone. The payment.
No worries, Mr. Beyond. All the details. And just close the door. Leave.
Hang on. Had we ever had any discussion about this not being a job for the guild?
You're going to split it 3 ways. Which means Leonie
She was happy for you to explore it. There's never been discussed about it. Yeah, it was like she suggested the contact. There wasn't really in-depth discussion about what the job would entail
Or how
and how long
much
you'd be gone and where you'd be going. She may or may not be unfair on you right now, but that's her job as a disciplinarian headmaster character.
He was asking specifically about the money. Though.
Yeah,
That's between you guys.
Leone's holding the money.
Bianca's holding the money,
Bianca's
actually.
holding the money.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
She handed it to Bianca.
Yeah,
Why?
Leone literally handballed it as we got summoned.
do anything?
Oh my
I just
god.
went-
I can't explain to you. I'm not there.
went
Sorry.
with
Leone
it.
steps out of the room.
Yeah, bye.
Bianca gets out of the
Lorenzo
way.
looks at Arvin really confused.
I'll
I'm
give
just
the
gonna
money back to you.
slight, sort of stealth
We
shrug.
forgive, mistress. We felt it was imperative to try and get paid work for the guild.
And have you? What have you done?
We completed work for Monsieur. Not Monsieur, that's French. What's his name?
Fausto
Signor
Scavaro.
Scavaro.
Oh, yeah.
He presented us with, let us say, quest that was on a tight turnaround. We accepted, and we completed it.
There's a
challenging-
sharp intake of breath as if she's waiting for like the pin to drop of like but she's not going to ask for it.
We tracked down and captured a Cornus Corvu?
Canis
Canis
Canis Corvu.
Bloody big dog, madam.
Canis Cornu.
And we brought it back unharmed and delivered it to the beast.
And for
Ah,
5
Professor.
days' work, I trust the pay was significant to merit your time away from the guild, leaving a libero with his swollen knuckles and his fatigue of age and his grandson to do all the work with some laborers while we try and pull something together to show the king, the nobles, to get some kind of long-term work. Why, 5 days, with the most important day the guild has ever had coming up. So I would assume it was important.
200 silver, mistress.
Where is it?
It's with...
Go get it. Prove to me you've done the work of merit.
I go to the door and open the door.
Cool. Bianca's like
I'm hiding.
pulls back from the door, but
if
you
I'm hearing
once.
footsteps go towards the door.
I'm just assuming you're pulling back though, but like
Yeah.
once a head pokes out and looks to the side, you can be sitting there like. So Dolorosa doesn't know you're there. Fine.
Who has the...
I don't have the money anymore. I gave it to Leonie when she came out.
She did.
Where's Leone?
I would have gone straight to like a table and started counting it out. And I would have put aside how much Arvin spent, how much I spent, how much we are owed because we got the dog, and then put aside a sum for the guild.
What do you mean how much you spent? As in on the trip?
You
So he
you
bought
walk
rope,
out and you see that Leone
and
is
I-
counting money.
Like the stuff.
Lorenzo walks out and Leone's counting money at
Oh,
the
and the
table.
payment for the card as well.
I just turn back into the room to Mistress Celeration and say, I believe I believe Leone is finalizing.
Well, Leone is not a member of this guild. Go and get it.
With respect.
That is not a request, but that is a demand.
Very well. And I walk up to Leone.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Well, like I said, there's bookkeeping that needs to happen. Arvin spent money. I spent money. We need to make sure those costs are recouped.
That makes complete sense. But I think you should bring that and come have the conversation with Mistress Della Rosa.
Della Rosa doesn't want anything to do with me.
It makes two of us.
Please, come join.
Put the coins back in the box. Close it.
And you
I
skulkingly...
skulk in.
Yep.
Mistress Della Rosa,
Yes.
we have the payment here. There are costs that
Wonderful.
I put it on her desk.
will need to be recouped from the party to have achieved this. But with that said,
She opens the chest and begins very rapidly counting, like faster than any of you. She's just like counting, like clearly she's a guild master. She's well versed with this other stuff.
I would like to request that you reconsider your stance on Leone's involvement with the guild. She has proven herself extremely versatile and skilled in many ways. She has the skills of a guilder, if only she could have the opportunity. If anything, she could help us in these times where every contribution counts for quite a lot, where every person could help mean the balance between...
So will you be paying her guild dues then?
I'm happy for her to take my share in this instance, yes.
Perhaps if she would like to become a member of the guild, she can pay her dues as everyone does. Now, as she looks back, you are clearly new to being a member of a guild. Notice Arvin has been rather quiet. He is, of course, the sensible one in these matters. Know when to talk. Here, she slides in and removes 10 coins, 20 coins, 30 coins, 40 coins from the 200. She slides back the box. Standard guild fares. This is why we don't mess about with money before it comes to the guild. All guilders of all guilds must pay their dues straight off the top, 20% of earnings. But the rest is yours. Well done.
Thank you, Madame de Rosa.
Now, I would expect, however, when conducting guild business, that you fully appraise me of all the details, how long you expect to be away, the expected cost it could have to the guild, and if you're working under our name, you, of course, account for it correctly. And then she pulls her drawer open and pulls out like 3 pieces of paperwork and slides them across. I will expect a report and the finances marked down. We do
take
things
the paper.
properly here.
Thank God. Yes, mistress.
They look really salty.
Yeah. She does. But, like, doesn't visibly look like... She's not pulling a face or anything, but is also... There's a bit of distaste in her mouth, yeah.
Now, while you all... And Dolores is pretty perceptive. While you all think about this, I'd like to remind the 3 of you that only one of you was being paid for the last 5 days. The others were paying the guild. So, thankfully, this venture turned a profit. Well done. You may split your winnings. If it had not, one of you would still be getting paid. The others wouldn't.
I'm confused.
One of you is a paid laborer. Leone has been being paid 2 silver a day for the
Gotcha.
duration.
Okay.
to earn. She's getting paid to work for the guild, whereas the both of you are basically students.
I just assumed I took unpaid leave. Like, if
No,
I.
Libero said he'd be paying you while you did this
sick.
stuff. So,
I remember that.
in fact, to make a point of it, she grabs 10 silver and hands it to Leone from the stack for the 5 days' pay.
Thank you.
And then she says, if Leone would ever like to join the guild officially, we are accepting of all people who are willing to meet the standards and pay the guild dues as is fair. Very well done. However, we have a lot of work to do, and we have very little time to do it. So, she looks down at the money on the table. I will get Emily to get meat.
Yes.
Our stew shall be hearty tonight. For tomorrow, we work. Well done.
Yay!
Well done.
You all get an experience.
Yay! Woo! And how about gold? Is that not gold?
So,
But what's
how
the
are you
maths?
splitting your money? Congratulations. So, Arvin, because of seniority, she actually would have slid the box to Arvin. Arvin, you are holding a box with 160 silver pieces in it.
Okay. I assume we head out to discuss as a group. I refuse.
And I weighed the
I
paper
do
and say,
the
I'll get
looking
that done
casual
by
thing.
tomorrow.
When you guys walk past, I'm like, doo 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 doo.
I come join. All four of us. Now,
Ilio, his head comes in as a fifth head. I've never seen that much money.
Leone and Arvin, you carried almost the full burden of this, so the lion's share should go to you both. And
Yeah.
as the senior most guild member, I think it should really be to your discretion how you choose to divide this.
Well, Leone, I imagine that you would like to go through it and divvy things up according to expenses. You are welcome to do so. But in future, Doloroso is strict, but she's never unfair. And I hand you the box.
Cool. I spend the time doing all of the bookkeeping and seeing.
What would you like to do?
I
You don't have to
wanna
do the
do
bookkeeping,
science.
but
Yeah.
you can tell me what you do.
I basically just want to pay for things that we all spent, whether that was in or the cage or whatever. The
Which is
nets.
relevant because I'm going to write it down in the paperwork.
Yes, we do
that she
the
gave
boring
us.
paperwork.
Well, that's up to you to work out. I didn't keep track.
Let's just assume that's done. Just what's the percentage splits you reckon, and then we'll just figure that out by the next episode.
And do you guys care that Leone got paid and you guys didn't?
Nah.
No.
So she just gets more money than
Yeah, for sure.
Dave's trying to create drama.
I would.
No.
I would just subtract that from her earnings if I'm splitting it with her, but that's me.
So sorry, it was 160 for the group. Is that
And
correct?
then you got paid 10 silver.
Okay.
How many days have I been at the guild?
Like 2 weeks now, I think.
Do I get paid?
You technically, yeah.
No, not by the guild.
No.
By the
If
Cavaliers.
If any-
You don't get
Anything-
paid.
Then what do I?
I think this might.
You have to go to your dad and ask for money.
This might be just
You're like, how do I get money?
Leone and Arvin. In all fairness, it was not your quest. You joined at the end, and
I'll come up with something.
Look at
abandoned
me.
them.
I didn't. How much was your
I'll come up with something.
It's
Yeah.
like a job.
But I want to make it really weird and annoying.
Yeah.
So I want to make it so like you don't get paid, but then like
Perhaps-
the start of the month you get like paid for the month, like a
You go and
stipend.
collect it. Yeah.
You just get like a chunk.
Perhaps if I could request a few, let's say 4 silver for 2 days' work of carrying and bringing the cargo back. The equivalent of Leone's pay.
I mean, I did pay a silver for us all to stay in a tavern, but I'm generous.
That's true.
Doesn't matter.
I would be then happy with 3
The
silver.
wealthiest always the least likely to part with their money.
Lorenzo, you are honorable to a fault, but if you act like this, you are never going to pay off anything. We'll divvy up 10 silver for him.
He's got a point.
I am most grateful. Thank you. I do not deserve it.
Arvin's thinking like, I need to buy armor.
Yeah.
I'll put my hand out for my 1 silver. Leonie's doing maths.
I've paid 7 silver off my 1,000 silver.
Leonie?
He'll look at Bianca and is like, you know how he operates.
Leonie, can I have my 1 silver?
Hey, hold on.
Can I have the rule book? Where'd the rule book go?
Let's do the maths later.
Yeah, do the
No,
maths
but I didn't
later.
want to do
Thank
the
you all
maths.
for watching
I wanted
us.
to do
We'll
a
do-
role
we will do-
play.
Oh, no, okay.
Okay, all right, go on.
Play.
Can I have my 1
Little
silver? Stormy, come back.
Roleplay.
Can I have my 1? You
can have your
yes,
1
cool.
silver.
I'm going to bob down and hold in front of Elio and say, you look after this, okay? And one day it might be grow to be more. And I'll
Really?
give
If
them
you
1 silver.
invest your talents,
I cannot spend it.
compounding interest.
Well, then you won't have it anymore.
Okay. I will hold on to it. He puts it in his pocket.
There you go, Jazza. Now you can end.
Amazing. Well worth doing. That wasn't like calculating the whole thing. That's
No,
that's
I just
well
wanted
done.
my 1 silver, but to look like a mean rich person for a few seconds.
How much money you got there, Arvin?
What, before or after?
After. Or before. Say
Where's-
before.
We're still doing
Before?
maths.
218.
Okay, so you'll be able to afford armor regardless.
Yeah, I know.
218 coin? Like
Yeah.
silver?
Yeah, he had the most.
You
money.
guys are the poor ones. All right, now we're going. Bye.
Thanks, patrons. Bye.
Bye.